Hey everybody, welcome to Cactus Hoarders, California Edition 2019. Here, things grow every year, things change every year, and we participate as much as we can. So I'm going to take you around and show you what's up. We're in the front yard, and this echinopsis right here is really where it all started for me back in 2010. This cactus was a gift, and it was so beautiful, I just started enjoying it and sharing it, and here we are now. So this is the front courtyard gate. We like the succulent urns on either side. It's a gabion courtyard that we have here. Our Smallish Farm YouTube channel shows how we built it. So it's really a cool day here to share with you. We've got succulents in bloom all over the place. This is a crassula called pigface. It's in an urn with gold tooth aloe and small jade plants, and we put a lot of different succulents in these urns, and then we just see who ends up on top. So we've got some small echinopsis here in hanging pots, and we like to put the agave up on top. They seem to like it up there. So let's look around the courtyard. In this section we like to do baby starts. We've got the Chamaceris sylvestri, the peanut cactus, orange flowering and red flowering, and the red ones are starting to open up today. So we still have the agave up on top, and we have some more peanut cactus blooming right here. It's a great place to get the little guys started. Okay, this is a really fun corner, kind of shaded, and a great place to get some starts going. So this is a pretty fun row. We've got the orange flowering here. These are some aloe, the standing aloe version, and I've started them over here. They're pretty cool. Got the red flowering and orange flowering peanut cactus. A couple of small echinopsis. Orange flowering sylvestri and white flowering sylvestri. And kind of a cool little mini burrowtail succulent plant. It flowered just a little while ago. It was kind of cool. And then over here, we've got some aeoniums that we started that I'll have to repot pretty soon because their root balls are totally filling those little pots. And then down here, we've got more succulent arrangements. We've got Goldilocks #1 starting to flower. There's snowballs over there completely filling an 8-inch pot, and another Goldilocks. We've got some really nice Trichoceros grandiflora flowers here. They're buds. About a month, that'll be just some deep red flowers there. We've rearranged a few plants. We've lost a few plants. These standing aloe put on a show for the first time this year on either side of this gateway. They're still hanging on a little bit, but you can see the orange flower tassels all over the place. And that was really cool. First time that happened. And then across the north-facing wall of the house, we have the jade plants, elephant grass, the Christmas cactus, and then there's an aeonium over there just behind the tabby cat. And we're putting some herbs in the wagon. And now I'll take you to the backyard. See you in a minute. Okay, we're heading to the backyard. And the sheltered light on this side is just turning out to be really good for starting small plants or saving plants that you did something wrong with somewhere else, like my poor hedgehog cactus is now on the mend. But the echinopsis down there on the bottom row are doing really well. We've got some medicine aloe that we started last year that are doing really well, and we did time lapse of the large flowers this year. These are some succulents that we got at Poot's Cactus Nursery last year. We can't wait. We're going to go again next week, and they just turned out really well. This is a rainbow cactus that I got 2 years ago, and it's starting to flower regularly. It's kind of cool. And string of bananas, string of pearls. We've regrouped after a few losses. They're doing really well, and when they bloom, there's still a few flowers hanging on the string of pearls, but they smell really good. You can see we've managed to hide the hen and chicks plant from the chickens. This is something that they go after. It's the only plant they really go after. And this is a treat today. Woke up this morning and saw this one blooming. White flowering, orange flowering, draping down. I just like that one. So you can see along the wall, we've got some large medicine aloe. I think that's a toothpick cactus. And it's on the regroup after it broke last year. Our optuna is growing, and now I'm going to show you something really cool. We talked about it last year, but we did our gabion rock wall. If you look across the back, if you watch the video Gabion DIY 2018, you'll see how we built that. But the chickens are hiding out in the batting cage today. They would be in the video big time if I let them out. Okay, now I'm going to show you the cactus bed. Okay, this kind of snuck up on us here. This is a large aeonium. I'm doing a time lapse of it, and it's just about to go crazy today. A few of the tiny flowers have opened, but the structure on this flower is huge. And I'll show you the aeonium plant over there on the other side of the yard. They're really flat and large. But about every 3 or 4 years, one of them will push out like this and make this giant flower structure. And watch for the time lapse. I'm still working on it because we're not done shooting it. But I couldn't wait. I had too much stuff to show you. So you can see the size of the rock you have to put in the back side to keep it from tipping over. Okay, so here's one of the large aeoniums that bloomed right here. We've got a few echinopsis that went off early, but mostly they're in the flower bud stage. We've got saguaro babies that they're getting repotted into large pots this year, the ones that are still underpotted. And this is the monstrous cactus that we repotted 2 years ago, and it's doing fine. And the succulent ground cover in between is blooming. You can see the jelly beans are blooming right there. And just a few minutes ago, there was a baby hummingbird, just like in a candy store, hitting every flower there. And this is the aeonium that we just did the time lapse on right here. And it's still blooming at the top, and the bees are still liking it. And this is a section that has some of the older echinopsis. They're white and pink flowering. The ones in the middle there flower red. And those skinny ones there in the middle are white flowering grandifloras that I haven't seen them flower yet, but I'm putting them out here in the sun, and maybe this year they'll show me something. And this is just nothing but excitement here. In this chocolate brown pot, you can see the crown of flower buds that's just getting ready. They're pushing out about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch a day, and they're gonna bloom, and those are just beautiful flowers. And now I'm gonna show you the San Pedro that bloomed for the first time last year. Has flower buds at the top again, and that's the short one. The tall one's really tall. But there's a time lapse of those last year that I really liked doing. Okay, so now the second bed. I really like these two. We just repotted them. It's the Peruvian old lady and the Mexican old man, I think, and they always seem to lean in towards each other, so I think they're a thing. And then we've got this bed coming together. Now I lost my big yellow cactus in there, so I've put a bowl in there to take its spot. But we'll figure out what we're going to do with this spot. This is another Trichoceros grandiflora with red flowers. And then look at our golden beryl here. This is just going to be a yellow flower show. Good spot for that one. So this is the aeonium plant when it's not the one that's making the big flower over there. This is what it looks like normally. This one's in the ground, really well rooted, and just taken over this whole corner of the bed. And then this is one of those saguaro babies that I mentioned that I repotted. And this succulent arrangement here is just really working out. We've got the elephant grass in the middle that has a really thick stalk. And then this one that we call pluses, it's a crassula, where it stacks up really tight like that. It's vining out and rooting outside of the pot. So this one's really cool. And these are my mutant zone. This is where I've got a crested mutation and a mutation caused by scarring. And at one glance, this is the backyard of a cactus hoarder in California in 2019. But wait, there's more. We've got the war zone over here. So I didn't clean up much this time. This is what it really looks like when the mad scientist is at work. We've got our gloves. We've got our bench being used as a workbench. And then all the pots we're going to put stuff into. And then over here, this is plants that are going to be repotted. Because for one reason or another, they're stuck in the pot that they're in. But I've decided not to repot this one. I'm just going to give it some new dirt. Because this burrotails is really one of my oldest plants. And every time I think it's gone, it comes back. It's blooming right now. And I'm really happy about it. So here's another cactus. We got these two at Poots last year. And I mean, look at those. They're just doing really well. And then a couple of agave that we're working on. And a couple of dominoes that I'm trying to shelter. One of them got sun scorched really bad. And I'm hoping I can save it. They got flowers at the top, but that doesn't mean I've saved them. And then we've got a sago palm over here. Now, check out the berry arch this year. It used to be the hot side of the house. And now we've got cheerful silvestri flowers to greet us as we walk over here. And we've got our blackberry arch. So we're a good neighbor. Our neighbor is all cement on this side, so it won't spread into his yard. But we're going to drape it up over this roof frame. And we're going to eat blackberries. And we're going to be shaded. And any plant that needs to be just like a little bit even more gentle, like this aeonium over here, you hide it over here and it perks right back up. And then we've got our Medusa head plant here that it used to be much larger. I tried to break off one head and it bled to death, and I managed to save only one of the small heads. But now it's on the mend, and look, I don't know if you've ever seen these Medusa head flowers, but they're really, really, really tiny. But I've asked my friends, and my friends say that tiny flowers count, so we count them. And then here is raw materials for future succulent arrangements in a wheelbarrow. We got a zipper plant and all kinds of stuff over there. So looking back towards the action zone. I just want to tell you how much fun it's been to share the journey of the cactus hoarding lifestyle with you all for these years. Stick with me, we'll have a lot more fun. And I hope your day is really good. Thanks for watching.